rumor mill has started to churn again, and I want to be very, very clear. There's nothing official right now, no bids, no confirmations, but according to Front Office Sports, there is quiet buzz around two of the biggest names in tech. We're talking about Mark Zuckerberg and Tim Cook. Sources are saying that both have at least considered what it would look like to buy an NFL team. Again, very early here, but it tells you how big this opportunity is. And you had an immediate reaction as you heard this rumor swirling around in our newsroom.
Yeah. So first, billionaires move like the G in lasagna. Silent. That's number one. Further proof. When Josh Harris bought the Washington Commanders, nobody even knew.
Okay.
Done. When Steve Ballmer bought the Clippers, nobody knew. Before you know it, done. They don't make noise like this. Now, let's specifically talk about the two, Mark Zuckerberg and Tim Cook. Tim Cook is worth $2.9 billion. Your money not long enough, my boy. You need more.
It's because the team's valued, what, at $6 to $8 billion? At least?
6 to 10. In that range.
Okay.
So Tim Cook is out. He's only worth $2.9 billion. Imagine that. You're worth $2.9 billion and your money not long enough. That's number one.
But could he go in with some people?
No. See, that's the thing about the NFL. They don't play that. They need you need to come in there with the cash yourself. You can't have groups come in. That's how the NFL moves like that. The NFL is like a crime family, right? It's
in the best way possible.
In the best way possible, right? Like it's more of a mafia type thing, right? In the best way possible. I don't want to get myself in trouble. But so Tim Cook is out. Now let's talk Mark Zuckerberg. According to a source, they're basically saying they're not commenting on it at all. So in my opinion, this leak is, number one, is to try to flush out some bidders and kind of drive the price up a little bit, letting folks know, like, hey, they're for sale. That's number one. Number two, you want to know the easiest way to get some, because, by the way, Paul and Mike told me, it's been a slow news week so far. So how about this? How about we drop some high-powered tech names onto the Seahawks stuff? Almost sounds believable. 3, and this is the last point that needs to be made. In the NFL, when you're getting ready to purchase a team, if you let it leak, you're out.
Okay. So that's where you're referring to the whole mafia thing.
You're out.
Like, yeah, you're no longer in good stead with the league. Okay, question, because Jacob in the 253 texts in and says, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to be happy with anybody who buys the Seahawks, but I'll especially dislike anybody who's in the tech industry. So Jacob and others who may feel this way, or just anyone who's listening right now, what are some names that you would be happy about? And I want to bring that up again because I was thinking that Mackenzie Bezos, who's now goes in my Mackenzie Scott. Yes, exactly. My brain was just freezing there at that moment. Okay. Mackenzie Scott is someone I would love.
Yeah, me too.
To have as an owner. And she would have the money. And she would be local. And it would be great.
Yeah.
To which you've said, highly unlikely. Okay, what about Steve Ballmer? Okay, you mentioned he was the current owner of the LA Clippers, but do you remember when he said this because his name has been bandied about? He would be kind of fun, but remember when he said this on 60 Minutes?
As our interview wrapped, I couldn't help but wonder if Ballmer was eyeing another sports team, a local one in Seattle, and what his wife might think of that.
I said, your husband has been spotted outside the NFL offices every now and then. There might be a team in Seattle coming up for sale. How does that play with you?
I told him that he and his next wife would have a good time with that.
I haven't been outside an NFL office for 10 years, dude.
You're not getting the Seahawks.
No, sir.
They're going to be dramatic changes.
No, sir. We've got, as Connie likes to say it, I agree with her, we've got enough sports.
One pro sports team is enough.
I think that's enough.
When was that?
That was years ago.
How many?
Yeah, that's what. Okay,
Years
can
ago.
you help me, Michael, and find when it was? Because could he have changed his mind?
I mean, I wanted to live over in Point Ruston just last
That's right.
year.
And then you
know
went
what I'm
to before Port
Kirkland?
Ruston, it was Kirkland,
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This was back in October of 2024, so only 2 years ago.
So it could have changed.
I was
And
doing a
people are-
carnivore diet in 2024 as well, where I was eating steaks every day.
So it's entirely possible that things have changed or things could have changed.
So
Who else though? What are some names?
I don't really know, but I'll just say this. When you talk about Steve Ballmer, there's kind of almost a similarity. Years ago, when Paul Allen purchased his first pro team, it was a basketball team. It was the Portland Trailblazers. And then when he did that, it was an opportunity to buy the Seattle Seahawks. And then he had President Bob Whitsitt was down there in Portland. They used to nickname him Trader Bob because that's all he would do is trade. And so he had Bob go ahead and help him out with both franchises, which was a lot, right? So could that be a Steve Ballmer type thing where he buys the Clippers first and does the Seahawks second? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody.
What's his reputation as an owner for the LA Clippers?
People love Ballmer. What you gonna say?
Oh,
It depends on how you look at the Kawhi Leonard deal.
Oh, okay, no, you're talking about win or losing. We're not talking about that. We're
But
talking
that's
about
circumventing the salary cap through, allegedly circumventing the salary cap through doing commercial deals and stuff outside to convince a superstar to come in the NBA. That would probably be the only blemish I think for Ballmer.
So one of the things that I would think would be important. So for an example, right now, Ursula, let's just say that we were for sale. As in this station, right?
Okay, this is just a hypothetical.
Yes.
If you catch it.
Say it again. It's hypothetical.
Yes.
But if that was going to happen, we would be curious to, we know how things were with our ownership.
Yeah, you want to know how you're going to vibe.
We would hope there would be a vibe. That's no different than NFL and everything. It's all about a vibe. So sometimes you can have an owner that comes in that's all about numbers and cut here and cut there and cut this and all about the numbers. Or you have that owner that's like, look, let's keep the party going. Let's continue to keep the vibes going. There's a good thing happening. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And maybe you're not going to go for the very highest bidder, but you go for someone who would keep Paul Allen's pledge and, for lack of a better word, his vision for what the Seahawks should be in this community.
Ladies, do you always have to be in a relationship with the man with the most amount of money? No. You want to be with the man that, he
has
treats
the best
you
character.
Right, has the best character.
Has the most integrity. Okay.
Lives in Laurelhurst.
You're giving me some... Well, that's probably where they could afford to live.